Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. It is 4:03 on Tuesday, February 17th. Roll call. Kate Williams. Here. Paige Bentley. Here. Andy Elder.
Here.
Shirley Liddell. Here. Brady McNulty. And Marcy Tasana.
I'm here.
Youth Services Librarian Aurora.
Here.
Oh, Francesca Geyer.
That's good. Are you taking notes? I just wanted to include it in this.
Yes, so you weren't, I didn't say your name, did I? Okay.
Okay.
I gotcha. Okay, so Aurora's here, City Recorder Amy Nitis here, and I'm Library Director Chris Wiley. I think you're good.
I move that we approve the minutes from the January 20th meeting.
Second.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are approved. Okay, discussion. Chris. Thank you. I am going to change the name of this to adopting the rules of conduct policy. And big thanks to Amy and Nikki for helping get this all sorted out. What we're asking the Library Commission to do is make a recommendation adopting the rules of conduct policy, which establishes guidelines to ensure a welcoming and safe environment for library users and staff. It sets standards for respectful behavior, outlines unacceptable behavior, and provides guidance on how to address issues. We revised this based on direction from the Roseburg Police Department and the City Attorney. It expands on what we're currently doing by including more examples of prohibited behaviors and their consequences. It also details the appeal procedure, and we've created a new library suspension guide that lists suspension levels and timeframes. I printed it out on 11/17, so it's easier to read today. And we also created a suspension notice to document violations. Just to note that the rules of conduct policy is enforceable under Roseburg Municipal Code Chapter 1.06. I would appreciate if we get to the point that commissioners want to recommend this for adoption, that you recommend the City Council adopt the rules of conduct policy, not repeal and replace. This goes back to an administrative issue from 2019. So what I'm asking for you to do today is to consider recommending the adoption of this policy. And I'm happy to answer questions, go through it, talk about whatever you want. I will turn it over to you. Does anybody have any questions?
I read the suggested detailed changes, and I think that the specificity is a good change. I'm here 15 hours a week, and I can attest to the fact that all of these things happen at the library. And we don't want them to. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I have to admit, I was shocked when I read all the details, because, you know, I come in here and I zip in and zip out, and I don't spend like extended time here, so I have not experienced any of this, or I remember some things happening that were really bad years ago. One of our staff members actually had her arm broken by somebody some years ago, 10, 15 years ago maybe. So anyway, and I'm really sorry that you guys have to go through this. You have to deal with all this stuff. And I'd like to commend you for the, having had to deal with it in the past. And I think it's a good thing that it is laid out so comprehensively.
What happens when something happens that's not on this?
It will inevitably will happen, and
You just deal with it?
we deal with it, yeah.
And if someone's creative enough that they find something that's not on here and it happens, we can always amend it to include their creativity.
Anybody else have questions about this? Are we ready for a motion?
So I move that the library commission recommend the city council adopt the rules of conduct policy.
A second. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
That's an aye.
Yes. I think that's everybody. Okay, good, the motion passes then.
Thank you.
And then business from the commission.
The Friends of the Library are having, the spring book sale at the beginning of March, 5th, 6th, and 7th, which is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. This will be a bargain book sale. All the books will be 50 cents, most books. These are, well loved, and some wine library withdrawals, but we look at every book and none of them are broken or written in or anything. They're all intact and they're all decent books. All the words are there. There'll be 50 cents on Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday, they'll be marked down to free. All books will be free. And then they will be moved into the bookstore inside the library where they will remain free until the next book sale in June. So that's a really good opportunity to find new authors, try out new authors, and fill in your collections and stack up, you know, try, read about your histories and things that you're going to look at. Now, we particularly have a lot of antique books this time. That whole wall over there, it's full of, these are older books, mostly ones that, I used to say older than me, but older than when I graduated from high school now. So 50 years older usually. And there's some pretty cool stuff. There's some books in there from 1800s. So those are also 50 cents. We also have a lot of used children's books this time. The last of the J nonfiction that was removed from the collection last year. So those will be all on that wall there. And those are 25 cents. The used children's books are 25 cents. So the opportunity to stock your children's libraries and find out about George Washington or dinosaurs or, you know, how to make baskets or all sorts of cool nonfiction subjects. So our volunteers will be here setting up on Wednesday, and we'll be happy to see you at any time.
How late is it?
The hours are 9 to 8 on Thursday, 9 to 4 on Friday, and 9 to 2 on Saturday. Good, pack it all up.
Does anybody else have business? Okay. Our next meeting date will be March 17th. And back over to Chris.
Okay, I just wanted to update folks that the Strategic Planning Committee had a retreat on Friday, on the 13th, and it was super successful. It was a really, I thought, engaging day, and we had a good time talking, but we got a lot done too. And we're still on track to present the plan to you as the Library Commission next month at the March 17th meeting. I'll move on to, did you have a question about it? Okay. I'll move on to monthly statistics. Those are in your packet. Circulation exceeded 10,000 in January. 62% of checkouts were in physical format, 38% were in digital format. Wanted to point out specifically that more than 1,000 picture books checked out last month. So the library has 6,900 picture books. That's 9% of the entire collection. But last month they accounted for 16% of physical circulation. So they are outpacing everybody else. And of course we know The reason why, because of Aurora and all of the kids' programs. New materials continue to be incredibly popular. 41% of new adult fiction books were checked out when I did a snapshot on January 31st. I did a snapshot today on the new adult mystery because I know they check out very well. So we had today 211 new adult mysteries in our collection. 56% of them were checked out. So if it's new and it's a mystery, it's off the shelf, basically. But really all around, people are wanting the new material. And then digital newspaper use has declined over the first 3 months. We'll continue to promote it. We'll come back to you. We have a year-long member subscription, so we will reevaluate. But I'll keep seeing people, maybe new folks might be interested in it. Happy to answer any questions about statistics. All right. Lots going on with programming. Programming for adults has been well attended. We will host the Power of Place photographer Peter Marbach tonight, right here at 6:30. The Power of Place exhibit is on display in the library through Thursday. That's made possible by the Oregon Historical Society. He actually reached out to me when he found out we had it and said, hey, would you want a presentation? Sure, why not? Come on down. So the Friends of the Library, thank you to them, are making that visit possible. 42 people attended the Great Horned Owl presentation, and 43 people attended A Bird's Rainbow. Those are the last two programs we've had in partnership with the Umpqua Valley Audubon Society. And the next event with them is called The Hidden World of Nesting Birds. It's with Robin Bailey from Cornell Lab of Ornithology's Nest Watch project on March 11th at 6 o'clock. And it's really working out well that some of these speakers come on through Zoom, and then we have an audience here, and we also stream it on Facebook Live. We get about, well, we have 40 people attend, 35 people attend in person, and then we'll get 10 to 12 people who attend online typically with these programs. So either both ways work, and it's fairly simple for me to set it up. I'll be here anyway, might as well be joined by some folks. Our programs for adults with developmental and intellectual disabilities is also going really well. The last program was a concert here last week. 30 people came. It was Widespread Haze, which is a local trio, and they did a rock concert. It was a lot of fun, great energy from our audience. And the next programs are movie, that's next Thursday, the 26th at 11:30, and then ventriloquist Steve Cheney. He is a regular here at the library, and super cool guy with his, Corny Crow, yeah. Thursday, March 12th at 11:30. I just found out today, our Lila Sage author event, which got postponed in November because the author was ill, has been scheduled for March 17th, 6:30. And again, that's a Zoom program where people can join me in person or be on Facebook Live. Our recreational chess club, and thanks to library aide Gabby Allen for managing that program, continues to go very well. There were 19 people last week. The next one is March 7th at 10:30. It goes for an hour and a half. It's open to all ages and skill levels. And then lots going on with kids, and Aurora will update you on that.
Yeah, we've had great turnouts at story times this month. We've had people attending baby story time, which is good. I think it was back in December, we only had one baby show up, so that's okay. Seasonal times are difficult, but we had 3 today, which is nice to have them come in, have moms get together. Coming up next week, we have two full grades from Green Elementary coming for library tours. The 5th grade and the 4th grade will be here. So I am looking forward to that. I've updated their scavenger sheet. We usually have them look for a dewey number and ask them what is in that dewey number. And we have the super common one of 741, which is graphic novels, but they always give me weird answers, not graphic novels. So I changed it, and we're gonna do 567, which is dinosaurs. So I'm hoping that I get more dinosaur answers instead of weird things. What else? Craft kits are still going great. We had a bunch of extra Valentine ones that we had this past week, from a donation from a local donor, Karen Whitworth, donated a whole bunch of kids Valentine crafts. So we had a lot extra, that were given out last week as compared to normal. Then we just keep going forward. We got story time tomorrow and we'll be on. Anything else that I'm not thinking of?
Do you want to explain the balloons in any way?
Chris had a birthday on February.
This isn't going in the minutes.
Chris had a birthday in February when she was going on vacation. And we thought that she needed to remember that we do think of her when she's gone and that she needed something to celebrate her birthday. So we bought 200 balloons, and Kesna, our circulation supervisor, her husband came in and he and I filled up 200 balloons and filled Chris' office with 200 balloons. So she had a great surprise when she came back.
It was an awesome surprise. They're slowly deflating.
They are slowly deflating.
Did you open the door and that flash went?
Yes, yes, and Marcy captured the moment.
Yeah, there's a great picture of her with the card.
Yeah.
We're happy to answer any questions about programming. What, if you had a child that was between 2 and 3, where would they be, just in story time or the?
Regular story time, that's for 2 to 5. Yeah, that's on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 10:50.
The neighbor is a young child, and she might like to come.
Do we have a program for book sale night this time?
No,
Okay.
I was hoping for it to be Lila Sage, and she's traveling that week. No. Oh, yes, grants. We are submitting the final report to the Ford Family Foundation for Spanish language materials. That project's been going on for 2 years. We got $7,500 from the foundation, and we matched that with $2,500 in operating funds. We added 600 items since January 1st of 2024. It doubled the size of that collection. We had expected to add 500 items, but we got some good deals. Spanish language materials have checked out 550 times since January 1st of 2024. So basically in 2 years, 550 times. In the 5 years before that, the checkout total was 750. So we're doing better. It's a slowly growing collection, getting the word out that we have these materials. I can tell you, children's material checks out better than adult material. We did receive a grant from the state library. We're gonna match it. We got $1,000 from them, 1,500, something like that. We're gonna match it with $1,000 of operating budget to buy some more this year. We're gonna give Aurora most of that money. We'll keep a little back for adult stuff. But yeah, picture books are what are most popular in Spanish language. And we'll keep an eye on things. Yeah.
What kind of adult books do you have? Well, is it modern novels, or is it learning English, or what is it?
All of that.
Yeah. I'm taking minutes, so bear with me while I write down that question. So back when we launched this project, we sent out a survey, had a survey here, did it online, got some responses from folks who were Spanish speakers. What did they want from their collection? We also did some research into what other libraries were doing, and what they heard from the adults: nonfiction, Mexico, authors from Mexico, material from Mexico more than anywhere else. Second was the Central and South American countries. So we've been focused with the adult collection of trying to get those materials, also adding some of the most popular bestsellers that were originally published in English. So there is some of the Stephen King's. I remember Remarkably Bright Creatures is a huge fiction book that came out in the last 2 years. We got the translation of that. But I've really been focused on nonfiction more than fiction and looking at Mexico, Latin America.
That's a great thing to prioritize.
They weren't interested in Spain. So I basically don't buy anything in Spanish that was published in Spain. But, you know, the collection's always evolving.
Are there people who check those out, but I don't feel in the question is people who are speaking Spanish exclusively, or people who speak English also, but want to read popular things in Mexico?
No idea.
No idea.
We don't check.
Yeah.
We don't have any way of knowing.
I'll be sure to pass the information on that you've expanded the collection somewhat. We have a Spanish church meeting at our church, and they're really, really nice people, so I told them all about the library a while back. Good mind.
That sounds great. We'd appreciate that. And then we will submit this week a request for $3,000 to the Douglas County Cultural Coalition for the summer reading program performers funding, and Aurora did that grant application. Happy to answer any other questions about the grants. I skipped something. Oh, I'm sorry. This is why you truly cannot multitask. Staffing update. We are onboarding a new library aide, will be familiar to many folks. Pete Tano worked at the county system for many years, and he'll be joining us next week as a 10-hour library aide. And then we'll be back to fully staffed.
When does he start?
The 24th, Tuesday.
He's a great guy.
Anybody have anything else? Okay, we will adjourn at 4:26.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.